What if I told you that at this exact moment, somebody's grandmother is speaking on the phone with a man who sounds precisely like her grandson, sobbing, telling her he has been arrested and needs bail money sent over right away? What if I told you this is not some uncommon, isolated situation, but rather a scheme playing out thousands of times every single day all across this nation? And it is specifically crafted to go after the people we cherish the most: our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, our elderly loved ones. Have you ever stopped to wonder why con artists seem to possess so much knowledge about your family already? Have you ever considered what you would actually do if you received a phone call supposedly from your bank warning you that your account had been breached? And most critically, do you genuinely know how to distinguish between a real bank representative and a criminal who has rehearsed this identical script hundreds of times over? Because right now, a brand new banking scheme is sweeping through neighborhoods everywhere, wiping out life savings from seniors within a matter of minutes. And before this video is finished, you are going to understand precisely how it operates and exactly how to shut it down completely. Before we get into everything, if you find this content worthwhile, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button, tap the like icon, and switch on your notifications, because we bring you scam alerts, financial safety guidance, and consumer protection updates each and every week, and you absolutely do not want to miss the next warning that could potentially save someone in your household thousands of dollars. Go ahead and drop a comment below letting us know where you are watching from. And if there is a senior in your circle who needs to watch this, send it their way the moment this video wraps up. All right, let us get right into it. So here is what is actually taking place. Financial institutions across the nation are reporting a dramatic surge in a scheme that specifically zeroes in on older adults, and it is more sophisticated than anything we have witnessed previously. It does not begin with a glaring warning sign like a foreign royal figure seeking assistance moving a fortune. It begins with something that feels entirely routine: a phone call, a text, or even an electronic message that appears to be arriving directly from your actual financial institution. The caller identification might even display your bank's genuine name and actual phone number, because fraudsters have become terrifyingly skilled at something referred to as spoofing, which enables them to disguise their true phone number and make it look as though the communication is originating from a legitimate, trustworthy source. Once they have captured your attention, here is where the real manipulation kicks in. The scammer, frequently pretending to be a representative from the bank's fraud prevention department, informs the target that unusual activity has been identified on their account. They might say something along the lines of, "We have detected an unauthorized withdrawal of $800 from your checking account," or "Somebody attempted to open a new line of credit using your social security number." Instantly, panic takes hold, and panic is precisely what these criminals are banking on, because a frightened and disoriented victim is far less likely to pause and think clearly, and far more likely to go along with whatever instructions they are handed. From that point forward, the scammer guides the victim through a sequence of steps that sound entirely sensible in the moment, but are in reality engineered to rob them blind. Sometimes they will request that the victim verify their identity by handing over their online banking username and password. Other times, they will direct the victim to transfer their money into a new protected account that the bank has supposedly established to shield them from the fraudulent activity. In some of the most heartbreaking situations we have encountered, the scammer persuades the elderly victim to withdraw substantial sums of cash and hand it directly to a courier who appears at their front door, claiming to be a bank employee dispatched to secure the funds. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, why does this particular scheme succeed so consistently against seniors? Is it because they are less comfortable with technology? Is it because they extend more trust to others? or is there something else entirely at play here? The honest answer is that it is a combination of several elements, and grasping those elements is essential to keeping the people you care about protected. Many older adults were raised during a time when a phone call from an institution that sounded official was inherently regarded as trustworthy, and that deeply ingrained instinct, while completely understandable, is precisely what these criminals take advantage of. Furthermore, fraudsters frequently go after seniors who live by themselves, who may not have someone close at hand to consult with in the heat of the moment, and who may feel too embarrassed to ask for guidance or admit they feel uncertain about technology or how banking procedures work. Loneliness and social isolation, unfortunately, leave people significantly more exposed, and scammers are fully aware of this reality. There is also a psychological manipulation technique being deployed here, known as urgency and authority. When an individual claims to represent your financial institution, projecting the invisible weight of authority, and informs you that you have only moments to act before your entire life savings vanish, your brain instantly shifts into emergency response mode. Clear and rational thinking falls away, and the overwhelming impulse to protect your money takes complete control. This is the exact reason these criminals engineer such intense time pressure around everything they do. They do not want you to hang up the phone, dial your bank's actual number, or speak with a family member, because any one of those actions would expose the entire fraud immediately. So now, let us get into the portion that truly matters most. How do you keep yourself protected, or keep someone you love protected, from becoming the next victim of this precise scheme? The first and most essential rule is this one. Your bank will never, under any circumstances whatsoever, ask you to transfer your money into a new or protected account over the telephone. This is simply not how genuine fraud protection functions. Real financial institutions handle compromised accounts internally. They do not instruct customers to move money anywhere at all. If you ever hear this type of request, you are speaking with a criminal. Period. Second, keep in mind that legitimate banks will never request your complete password, PIN number, or one-time verification codes over the phone. If anyone claiming to represent your bank asks for this kind of information, end the call immediately. Do not argue with them. Do not offer any explanation. Simply hang up right away. Then contact your bank directly by using the number printed on the rear of your debit or credit card, not the number the caller provided and not the number that appeared on your caller identification screen. This single step alone can prevent the overwhelming majority of these schemes from ever succeeding. Third, establish a family code word together. This may seem straightforward, but it stands as one of the most powerful tools available for protecting seniors not only from banking fraud, but also from the grandparent scam, where criminals impersonate a family member who is supposedly in serious trouble. Select a word or phrase that only your immediate household members are aware of and agree among yourselves that if anyone telephones claiming to be in an emergency or claiming to speak on your family's behalf regarding banking matters, they must be able to supply that code word before a single dollar changes hands. Fourth, encourage the older adults in your life to take a breath and pause before doing anything. Scammers feed on urgency and panic. So simply telling someone you love, "It is perfectly fine to hang up and call me first," could be the one sentence that protects their entire life savings. There is no genuine emergency in existence that cannot wait 10 minutes for a quick call to a trusted family member or a direct conversation with the bank's official customer service team. Fifth, if you or someone close to you has already been victimized by this type of scheme, please do not feel any sense of shame and do not delay in taking action. Reach out to your bank without hesitation. Submit a report with the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov and seriously consider filing a report with your local law enforcement agency as well. The more quickly you respond, the greater the likelihood of recovering some or all of the stolen funds. And making that report also assists authorities in tracking down these criminal operations before they have the opportunity to target somebody else's grandmother or grandfather. Now, here is a question worth genuinely reflecting on for a moment. How many individuals in your own world, a parent, a grandparent, a neighbor, an older friend, might be vulnerable to precisely this kind of manipulation right now, today, without having any awareness of it whatsoever? Because the difficult truth is that these schemes succeed not because seniors lack intelligence, but because these criminals are seasoned professionals who invest serious time studying human psychology and exploiting trust as their chosen occupation. Protecting our elders is not about assuming they are incapable of managing their own finances. It is about ensuring they have access to the exact same information we have just walked through together so they can recognize the warning signs before it is already too late. If this video revealed something to you that you genuinely did not know before, please pass it along to at least one person who needs to hear it, particularly if that individual is a parent or grandparent who could easily find themselves in a scammer's crosshairs. Leave a comment below sharing whether you or anyone you know has ever come across a scheme like the one we described today, because your personal story might be the very thing that prevents someone else from becoming the next victim. Make certain you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, because next week we are breaking down another scheme that is specifically going after individuals over the age of 60, and you will absolutely not want to miss that one. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we will see you in the next one.